To reply to an email message, like let's take this one that I have selected, and over here in the reading pane, well, there's a picture of Carrie that I have tied to her email address. That's in my contacts folder, and we'll talk about the contacts in a later training video. So anytime I get an email from her, it includes her picture, then the subject is snowmobiling, and then the body of the message. She wrote, "Hi Kurt, are you and Mr. Humphreys and your families available to join our family for snowmobiling this weekend? Carrie." And to find out if she included Mr. Humphreys or who did she actually include in this message, you can come up here and you got the two dudes there with the number next to it. That number is the total number of email addresses that she included in this message. So click on it. There's mine that she put in the to field, and in the carbon copy, Mr. Humphreys. And the reason why she put Mr. Humphreys in the carbon copy is because he does not like snow. But she's still generous enough to invite him anyways to make him feel included. In any case, let me go ahead and click off. And then there's the time that she sent the email off. If you want more details, click on the More button, and the only additional detail you get next to the time is the date. So there's a lot of extras there, as it were. And you've got the email address, the subject, the to and carbon copy fields in tinier font. I'm going to go ahead and collapse that so I can get more room down below. And then there's many ways you can reply to an email message. One way is over here in the reading pane. You can just come up here and click on reply. When you click on it, it's going to create a new email message and include the email address because we want to send it back to Carrie as a reply, so that way I don't have to type in her email address again. Then it's going to include the subject, so we know what it's regarding, and a copy of the original message. Because when it comes to replying, it's nice to know that when I get a reply from you, that I know what it's about. Because if there's no subject, body of the message, and you just reply yes, I'm like, yes to what? I get a lot of emails. In any case, click on reply. There you go, new email message. There's the email address back to Carrie, and RE for regarding snowmobiling, a copy of the subject, and then the contents of the original message. And so all I have to do is go ahead and type in yes. And it's happened where I sent off an email and I got a reply back where they said yes, but they, for some reason, deleted the subject and the original message. And I'm like, yes to what? Can you please be a little bit more specific? You can go ahead and click on send and away it goes. Or you got these other two options in the reading pane. You can discard it when you do that. Puts it over here in the deleted items folder, and it's right there. Let's go back to the inbox and come up here, and when I click on reply, it's just going to reply to Carrie, not everybody else that was included in the email message. Well, I say everybody, but it was only Mr. Humphreys who was included. So if I want to go ahead and discard that and reply to not only her, but everybody else, well, include Mr. Humphreys, the one person, click on reply to all. Now, I've done this before where I just wanted to reply to the original sender and not to everybody else, include their email messages in it. And I would type in something like, oh, these guys that you're inviting are such stinkers. And I hit send. So everybody gets this email message that wasn't intended for them because I meant to hit reply, but because I was in such a hurry, I hit reply all, which is really close to the reply button. And everybody gets this and they're like, hey, we're not stinkers. So keep an eye on that. But in any case, if I want to include Mr. Humphreys, hit reply to all, and then type in your message, yes, we're going, and then go ahead and click send. But the other thing that I want to cover is the pop-out. When you click on pop-out, it takes the window here and it pops it out full screen. Wow, that's huge. So you get more room, horizontally that is, and you can do whatever you need to do here. When you're done, go ahead and click send, and away it goes. I'm going to go ahead and close out of it and not save it. So you can do it all from the reading pane, or you can come over here, double click and open up the message and click on reply or reply to all, or close out, you can right click on the message, reply, reply to all, or with it selected, up here on the home tab in the respond group, you can click on reply or reply to all. And if you hover over them, they'll give you the shortcut keys, Control-Shift-R. Ooh, that's a lot of fingers. And then as a side note, when you get an email message that has an attachment or attachments, like the paperclip here, that lets you know that there's an attachment of one or more. And when I select it over here in the reading pane, you got 5 paperclips or 5 items that are attached here. That when you hit reply, it doesn't copy over the attachments. Click reply, they're gone. No attachments here. So keep that in mind. Let me go ahead and discard that. And then finally, let me go ahead and talk about this other feature that's called Preface Comments with. So with it selected, when I click on reply over here, there are times when I get an email from somebody that has a lot of questions, like 10, 20, And instead of typing up all the answers up at the top, because without being able to tie the answers to the questions, like yes, no, it could be yes for anything, and I don't want to retype in their questions to say yes for snowmobiling, yes for sleigh riding, no to having donuts. What a lot of people have done is they would say, please see my responses below. And then they go down into the body of the message and type in the responses, usually with a different color font. So they come up here and make it red, and they type in the response there. The Preface Comments with feature will actually put in your name in brackets when you start typing, and then after your name will be your comments. Well, let me show you. So let's go ahead and discard that and come up here, click on the File tab, go backstage down to Options, select the Mail tab, and there's two ways you can turn this feature on. You can, let me scroll down here to the replies and forwards, and there it is. Check Preface Comments with, and it will usually have an email address. You can delete that and type in your initials or your full name, and then click OK. But before I do that, I want to come back up here to Stationery and Fonts, click on it, and you see where it says Mark My Comments With. It's not checked. Well, when you do it, what we did here, we checked it in that screen, it'll check that after I click OK. Or if I come in here and check that and click OK, it'll check it in the other screen. Well, let me show you. So it's not checked. Click Cancel, click OK. When I go backstage, File, Options, Mail. We know it's checked down below, right? Because we just did it. Preface Comments. But it's like when you check one, it checks the other. So when I go to Stationery and Fonts, it's now checked. Or if I came in here and checked it and clicked OK, it would be checked back down here. So there's more than one way to do this. In any case, let's go ahead and click OK. So when I come over here and I click on Reply, and I say, please see my responses. And when I come down below and I hit the space bar, automatically inserts or preface my comments with my initials in the square brackets, and I can say yes. And then if I'm like, I don't want that too close, I can click before it, hit enter, but then it adds the preface again, my initials, so you want to be careful. It's a loaded gun. In any case, go to the next question, hit enter, adds the initials, and say no, or whatever comment you need to type in next to each question that they asked. And this can be helpful because if she wants to forward this on to somebody else or include somebody else in it, then she can say, well, this is KK's reply or response to my questions here. And then, of course, the other people can go ahead and turn on their Preface Comments with feature and add their comments down below. So when all is said and done and everybody hands it around, you'll have my initials with my response, and then whoever gets this email next will have their initials with their response, and so on. For me, the blue doesn't really work. I like to turn it to red because that really pops, but in any case, whatever works best for you. And then, of course, to go ahead and turn it off, I'm going to discard this. Just go back the way we came. File, Options, Mail. And then, well, this time we can just go to Stationery and Fonts and uncheck it. Click Okie dokie, click OK, and now it won't have that Preface Comments with feature turned on when I reply to the message, well, in the body of the original message with my comments. One final note, that after you reply to the email message, and that original email message that, well, in this case, Carrie sent to me is still in the inbox, and you're like, oh, did I reply to it? I need to let her know that we are excited to go snowmobiling so she can include us in the plans. You can just go ahead and look at that little icon in the indicator column that has the envelope with the arrow pointing to the left. You'll see the same one up here on the Home tab in the Respond group, and it's right there. Same icon, that means that you replied. And if you want more details about when you replied, with it selected, just come over here in the reading pane, and there you go. The information bar says you replied to this message on that date and at that time. Or you can double click to open it up. The information bar is there as well. Or if it's no longer in the inbox, remember everything you send off, a copy of it is stored over in the Sent Items folder. Select it, and there's Regarding Snowmobiling. Double click on it, and there you go. The reply that has my response, yes, we're available and excited to go, and who received it. So I replied to everybody. That included the original sender, Carrie, and Mr. Humphreys. And of course, you can click on the little drop-down arrow and who it's to, Carrie, and Mr. Humphreys was CC'd or carbon copied into it. And of course, don't forget your expandable button here, that you can expand that and actually get everything without having to click on the little drop down arrow to be able to view it. That way it's up permanently, unless of course you want to go ahead and collapse it, and then it hides it until you're ready to go ahead and expand it again. Thanks for watching. Hey, as a quick reminder, if you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. You can also click on me and subscribe to my channel to get notified of the latest videos. And for great specials on my products, please see the description below this video.